All right, speculators, let's fire up the TDG PTR Pro Trade Room. I think we're also streaming on YouTube. Not exactly sure, but if you can pop over to the Futures Fanatic channel if you're here in the room and just verify if you see anything over there, that would be awesome. And I'll try to bring that up so I can answer some questions there. And I'll also drop the link to the room here. So thank you. Can I get a few more ones for picture and sound? Just make sure the picture and sound is okay. Awesome. All right. Well, we had a good morning session. Thanks to everyone who was joining. I don't think that any of the fun sound effects and stuff, of course, and nothing that's going on in the chat will be over there on YouTube. So I'm sharing a little bit of a different screen over here on YouTube. I'll try to keep it all straight. Let's take a look at what we got going on. Not a whole lot of change. We're still in a bull neutral, but let's call a bull continuation pattern from this session on the S&P. We're outside day up. We went up and made a high today of 55.70.75. If it's your first time ever watching the futures markets when there is a Fed announcement, where have you been, man? What have you been doing looking at the SPYs and the Qs and nonsense like that? Should get a little bit of a randomness, pop, drop, who knows, a little bit of everything going on. And then it settles down, and then the press conference starts, and sometimes the press conference can rip us around all over the place, and sometimes not so much. My Kerpos is in just one of the prop accounts. I am long the NASDAQ, and I am short the Dow Jones, which is coming back up here to potentially make a symmetrical double top. So that's my positions going in. Often I won't have many positions going in, but and I'm resting some orders, some live orders for right when the numbers hit. Let me just see here. I'm actually going to cancel most of those, get those canceled, and just trade a couple of the prop accounts here. Thank you, B-Rad. YouTube is live. We are live and rocking and rolling. Let's see here. There we go. I'm going to have to mute the sound over here. I'm not an expert on this. There we go. And I'm going to drop in just really quick. I'm going to join us in the live room right here. Talk amongst yourselves. Password Olympics. That way they can come in and listen to the fun, all that good stuff. All right, YouTube looks good. Cool. All right. Again, it's going to be a little bit of a different look, mostly the same. All right. Okay, so real quick, S&P. There's your look there. Dow Jones, bull continuation pattern, outside day up. It went up and also made a high here around 41 to 270. NASDAQ, everything has the same look. There was a little bit of a wick, and now we have a doji, which is the same kind of thing that we love. Russell, right there. Crude oil, making a move. So inventories today, crude's a nice move. Basically a bull neutral, but way outside day up here. We were down here below 76, and now they've tacked on a good $2 there. Now, but here's the key. What's going to happen with the ZN and the ZT? I like to watch the 2-year and the 10-year. So we'll watch this 10-year right here. I'm going to actually put in a few targets here.
Order submitted.
Just have a few more minutes before the release, maybe 1 minute or so here. For most folks, you want to kind of sit on your hands. You want to sit on your hands. For most traders, the best thing to do is to sit on your hands. I'm actually going to put in an order way down here on the ZN in case something freaky happens. That wouldn't be much of a move for something freaky to happen. I've been mentioning to you folks for a little while that I have a little bit of a bias towards rates coming in. And as such, I've been selling puts on treasuries, and this will be a long position if we go down there to prior session low and the upward sloping T-line. Now, if for some reason, very, very low probability, but could you imagine if they actually cut rates today? The markets will scream. They'll scream even from where they're at right now. Yeah, Sabrina's going to be Jomoing. Jomoing is a very good approach. It's a good approach. Why does this have this nonsense in the way here? Let me, hold on. There we go. Top chat. There we go. All right. Survey says T minus what? Sometimes my clock is off a little bit. There we go. There's the fun. There's the fun. It's usually like, as expected. All right. ZN coming in a teeny bit. Coming in a teeny bit.
Order filled.
Yeah. Can we
Order
shoot up to the
submitted.
+1s here on the Nazi? Come on, ZN. Come on down. Give me a fill. Give me a fill. Yeah, very nice. Very nice.
Order filled.
I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy it.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
Long ZN in the prop programs. Long NASDAQ. Short Dow Jones. Checking in here with the TopStep accounts. I'm just resting some orders on the S&P up there. That is about it. No positions there. Already had a pretty nice day. $193. So gonna make them. I'm gonna make them come up and get me at a new high here. Back to the ZN. Gonna give us a pop. I don't know about you, gang, but that's pretty muted. Pretty muted. Can't ask for less excitement than that. I mean, I guess you could, but all right, let's see if they can
Order submitted.
come here and hit us at 409, somewhere in there. Somewhere in there. TDG, the Traders Jeff Group, is all about acorns to oak trees. It's
Order
about
filled.
proper risk management for small accounts. And proper risk management for small accounts is you don't trade minis. I don't care what your strategy is. I don't care how long you've been doing it. I don't care that you think you can get it all under control. You are, by definition, every way, shape, and form, way over leveraged. Especially way over leveraged relative to a reasonable risk budget. A reasonable risk budget is about 10% of an account value for a very active trading account. So if you're trading any of these prop programs, your account value is about maybe $2,000, $3,000 at most. That's your total account value. Risk budget should be in the $200 to $300 range. You're going to trade a mini S&P, 4 points, you're done. NASDAQ, 25, 30 points, you're done. Go, ZN. All right. What else to do? That's about it. I can't remember a little bit more of a muted reaction than this one. Definitely very muted. Of course, we already had a substantial move. By the way, don't forget we have Meta earnings, AMC. Not AMC, the movie theater. Don't be thinking popcorn and meme stocks. We're thinking aftermarket close. Wow, Tom's done. He's already done. We're sticking here through the press conference, probably till about 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Making me work overtime. It's not something I like to do. So a question over there on YouTube about a standard stop. Nothing is standard about anything that we do, but I understand you got to ask the question one way. In fact, the key to what we're doing here is about developing situational fluency. So risk budgets are based on, let's talk about risk, right? Because everyone likes to think about risk per trade. Risk per trade is not important. Let me say this again. Risk per trade is not important. I'm going to say it one more time because everyone teaches this wrong. 2% of your account value, or, risk 10 ticks to make 20 ticks or whatever. It's all nonsense. You know the adage, like if things worked for more people, why aren't more people successful? So try to listen to something a little bit different. There you go, little Nazi. That's a nice little move. Again, going to try to cover and get out of that Nazi. Targets will be at 482s. So, but to answer the question, the best thing to do is to make sure that your stops are always dynamic, okay? Not at swing levels, not at some bullshit risk reward that you make up. Let me show you an actual risk reward that you could really use, okay? Let me cancel.
Order canceled.
Yeah, I'm just going to cancel these and put one way up here at the plus twos. All right, so let me see if I can get filled here for educational purposes. This pink line right here, let me make the chart bigger. All right, this pink line right here, that's one standard deviation from VWAP. You don't have to short it. You don't have to know anything about it. Who cares? It's a short if you'd like. Okay, 55.65. So let's first start with a dynamic stop, and then we'll talk about also a dynamic stop at one that's built on the ATR, the 7-day ATR. So the first thing is we get short here, 55.65.75. Where is our stop? All right, well, the first thing I got to do is measure the distance to my target, right? So I'm going to get short here. There's the distance to my target. Okay? If you want a 1-to-1, your stop is 23 points above your entry at 55.65. If you want a 1-to-2, then it's half of that, 12 points, 11 points. Can I get one in the chat if that makes sense? And over on YouTube, right? I swear to God, I'm teaching you something nobody teaches. Because here's the other thing. No one has dynamic targets. If you enter with using volatility and volume, which is all that matters, or at least, I don't even care if you use volume, just use volatility. If you just use volatility, you are actually driving the car based on the current speed. So at 55, 65, 75, you get short. Your stop, if you want, first of all, what is your target? It's 23.50. If you want an extended target, it's way down here at 55.18s. There you go. Taught you something that many of you might not have known. All right, now let's do the next thing, which is, no, hold on. What do I want to do? Yeah, that's fine. Let me just bring this over here. All right. We have what are called our 7-day ATRs. Okay, the 7-day ATR on the S&P MES is 76.19. So a dynamic stop that's also a little bit of a fixed stop, but is variable based on the fact that this ATR will change, is for today's session, use 20% ATR as your stop. Provided that you have 20% ATR targets. But if you don't even want to concern about target, you just want to know where your stop is and then manage profits differently, take 20% of 76. I'm not very good at math, but I think that's about 15 points, right? So with this methodology, it's 1-to-1. It's 23 points. With the other methodology, it's 15 points. Or it's about the same if you do 1-to-2 to the target. All right. Still can't seem to get up to our target on the NASDAQ. Cool. All right. So no faith required. Hopefully you got that. Thanks for asking the question. And we got a lot of ones in the trade room, but everyone in the trade room already gets it. They are enlightened. They are enlightened. And then ultimately, when I say that that risk per trade is not that important, the thing that is important is your daily risk budget. That's all you have to abide by. If you spin yourself around all the time on your risk per trade, the challenge is that you're not leaning into the dynamic natures of markets. Here's what I mean. There are a lot of traders that think that they got it down because they just wait, they do these 1 or 2 trades and they're done, and that's how their trading style is. And that's great. No problem. It's going to be very, very difficult for that type of person with that type. That's a lacking mindset, in my opinion, because you're not doing anything dynamic. You're just saying, I kind of, I wait and I do 1 or 2 trades and this works for me. And don't get me wrong, within different various parameters, there are, of course, many, many ways to do this. And I know there's a lot of people that believe that, you have to suit your trading style to your personality, and I don't even know what the hell that means. But here's what I do know. If you become a good enough skier, you can ski any terrain. Any terrain. So if we take the analogy one thing further, if being good at skiing, let's take the enjoyment part out of it, but you don't fall, you make it down, you can go down any types of terrain. You want to just take, when the conditions are ideal, you're just going to take one run. Okay, great. That's how I ski. I go all the way to the lift. I wait in line. I go up there. I ski down one time. That's it. That's how I do it. All right, great. But when you're truly developing situational fluency, you can become fluent to what's happening, and while always abiding by your risk budget and doing things right. Now, look, you got to have a high probability trading strategy. You got to be taught by someone who knows what the F they're doing. And then you have to practice continuously, deliberately, watching someone who knows what the F they're doing. All right, there we go. Meanwhile, Dow Jones moving higher. Can we get up to the plus twos, excuse me? I will sell one at the plus twos. And we are still waiting on our target here on the NASDAQ. S&P creeping higher. Russell definitely didn't decide to participate in the, I'm going to bring this across to here, my offer zone there. We were trading the Russell this morning on the in the bid zone, and it was working out nicely. Ooh, ticker. What ticker am I trading? We trade the stock index futures, the micro stock index futures. Those are symbols MES, MYM, M2K, and MNQ. And then also have some treasuries over here, the ZN, ZT, ZF, and ZB. And then if you're really extra credit, MCL, MGC, and MBT. Ticker. You might be a stock trader. Generally, for what we do in here, I will have between 1 and 3 contracts on per position, and generally not in more than 1 or 2 positions. Because remember, I'm trading these prop programs, which are very, very small accounts. So these are all kind of done, made a couple $100. And this one is the Scout today. She might die. Yeah, to find the ATR, if you want to do the dynamic, the fixed based on the ATR, just go to any charting platform and apply an ATR on there and go to a 7 period on the daily. 7 period on the daily. Or come over to the greatest trading group of all time, tradersdev.com, sign up for a free trial, and you can get access to the entire workspace. You can get access to the entire workspace right here that you see on NinjaTrader. And I'll give you a cheat sheet for exactly how to do it on TradingView as well. If that's your jam, you can do it on TradingView. We have the exact same strategies over here on TradingView. We try to be accommodating. All right. Yeah, it wouldn't be a live stream if there wasn't complaints about Apex. 1K away on 20 accounts, Apex 50. I'm sticking to 2 more. Okay, awesome. I'm not really sure what the deal is with people buying 20, but I get it. I don't know. I guess I kind of don't know, but good on you. Size it up, Buttercup. So in our community, every single person complaining about the slow payouts all got paid. And on the spot checks on a couple that I did, there was a reason on each account why they were delayed. There always is, but yet people love to chirp. They love to chirp. ZN coming in a little bit. Look at this little stair step we got going on here. Members of the group will love whenever I draw a line that's not parallel. Look at that. Let's draw it there. Want to just hit it? Hit it.
Order filled. Order submitted.
Yeah, Brad, see what I just did there for you? Now we could do that against the T line too. Why are there angles? I love it to be discretionary. Oh, there we go. Our first sound effect. Love a 40K payout. Wouldn't everybody love a 40K payout? Don't think in terms of dollars, folks. Think in terms of the process. Developing the skill, you'll have an ATM for life. The vast majority, everyone's doing the prop programs wrong, except for us. I mean literally, everybody's doing them wrong. They're all doing them wrong. You buy 20, you pass them all, then you try to build up the balance to 2K, and then you build them up, and then you have a thing, and you do the mat thing. Don't do it. Don't do it. First of all, it's nothing close to real trading. You're not developing any skill. Develop this skill here, and you can do the exact same thing with a live account. Exact same thing. You can take they don't have an ACH anymore, so I have to frickin' do this manually. I got to do it manually. But this account started 5,000. It's now 11,877. That's real shit, real money. And so I decided I'm going to keep it at 10,000 instead of bring it back down to 5. See if we can jack it up from there. But I did please withdraw 1,800 by ACH from account Roderick Casilli to the bank account on file. Paid myself. Develop this skill so that you can do it with real money. Then you're not beholden to whatever's going on with the prop programs. Don't get me wrong. These prop programs are amazing learning tools, and they're the focus of how I'm going to be educating for now, for as long as the party lasts. Who caught the little trend line there? Trend line action. You want to learn from treasuries? All right. Just learn the range trader. Do 10 out of 10 trader dentists agree that this, you could draw it to S1 if you want. You could take yesterday's developing value area low, yesterday's value area low down to T-line and prior session low. So just buy it if it comes down here. Just sell puts at 111, 111 quarters. Go NASDAQ. I wish hope is not a strategy. I'm hoping that the Dow Jones stops going up, but so far, hope is not a strategy. I can dream.
Order filled.
I believe I can dream. How do we not get back up to 19,520s today? We're going back up there. Let me put this target at right around here.
Order
Hit that. Come on.
Filled.
Oh, now we got it peppered nice. This is the way you guys were doing it this morning. How will I manage the loss on the Dow Jones? Well, we'll see if I get a fill at the plus 2s, then I'll have a 4 lot on, and we'll see after that. Remember that I'm up quite a bit of money on the day already, and I have a long NASDAQ position. Now, these are not purposely one versus the other, but the NASDAQ will tend to have a little bit more horsepower, and it's up a whole 200 bips more than the Dow Jones today. So kind of short the weaker gazelle on a percentage basis, and long this guy here. I'm actually going to just take one at the
order submitted
at the plus 1s. So remember, some people have pointed this out. I don't tend to point it out because it's not really relevant, but you can say that I'm doing portfolio risk management, right? Within the context of my overall risk budget. So the answer to the question, how will I manage the loss on the Dow Jones, differs if this was the only position I have on. But I don't. I have a profitable ZN, I have a profitable NASDAQ, and I have a profitable account. So, but let's say that this is all that I had on, and it was $120 against me, and it was my only position, and I hadn't made any money before, and my risk budget was $250. I would be looking to cover at least one of these right away on any kind of retracement. I just do like a graceful exit. Is anyone trading only the ES? I don't think we have any traders that, we might have a few that only trade the ES. There's definitely some that only trade the Dow Jones, which is the best place to start. If you're just figuring out how this all works, I don't care if you pay attention to our strategies, ever come back or not. I hope you do. Would love to see you again. We have a good time. You have the opportunity to join the #1 futures trading community dedicated to profits and payouts for online futures firms. Even if you don't use an online futures firm, we'll teach you how to pay yourself from your own account. Right there.
Order submitted.
All right, let's answer a few YouTube questions, and we'll answer some of the other ones here. Great system regarding the dynamic target and stop you showed earlier around VWAP bands. That applies for ranging days, correct? How do you trade the trend days? Okay, so a bunch of questions going on there. Let me read this. Great system. Regarding the dynamic target and stop that I showed earlier, I essentially just showed that you have an entry, which is a line that you can't dispute, and then you have a target, which is a line that you can't dispute. Then you just measure what that is, what your target is, and then you can decide what type of ratio of stop you want to use, and then just place it. Now you've done what no one does, and guess what? That stop and the target is dynamic. The stop is now dynamic, and it's your stop. It's not some swing high that everyone's placing their stop at. It's not something that could be run or hunted. Now, granted, vast majority of people are trading in demo accounts anyway. It doesn't matter. The market doesn't give two shits where you're putting anything because it can't see them. But guess what? When you actually are live or you're in the market, you're going to be where all the herd is all the time, because that vast majority of traders have no idea how to manage risk. So I showed that now earlier on the VWAP bands. The next part is that applies for ranging days, correct? It doesn't matter what type of day it is for that risk management approach. Just measure entry to target and do the math, or take 20% of the ATR and use that as your stop. Where range days or trending days or certain market conditions matter, that has to do with situational fluency, where you might make decisions. I'm not going to trade this level today for this reason, that reason, that reason. I'm going to trade this level smaller for this reason, that reason, or this reason. I'm going to trade that level bigger for this reason, that reason, or this reason, right? So that's the whole concept behind, ooh, look at this on the Nazi. Suck it, Nazi. Go. Let's hit one more at 484s. Let's see if we can get up there. All right, so good question there. Do you teach in the group? Nope. All we do is sing, and we generate quite a bit of AI images, and now we're doing quite a bit of AI songs. And then, that's right, they can't hear that. We do power ballads. And every once in a while, I do answer a question about trading. All right, puts the orders on the lines. All right, we're all done with questions on YouTube. Now we're going to go over to questions on the room. Rod, do you ever sell MNQ or NQ calls against your swing longs? Okay, I will almost never enter an options position against an underlying position to start. It's for me, it's always the opposite. So if I'm going to look, and this is maybe a little bit more advanced for people that kind of understand options or whatever, but the way I will teach, if I ever do teach options on futures, is that we use them only as a proxy, only as a way in which we can express a trade directionally when we have a trade that we otherwise would take in the underlying. Then once we're in the option, now, instead of all this bullshit nonsense that Tom Sosnoff and all these roll things all over the place, get inverted. I've told this story before. I traded options for 20 plus years before I ever heard that term. I didn't even understand what it was at first. I'm like, how in the world are these guys talking about a position I've never heard of? These dipshits refuse to. They're so buried in their Greek nonsense that they literally just keep losing positions. They roll them all over. They get inverted. It's just insanity. I don't even know how they even have understanding of what their cost basis is. I'm sure the platform does it for them. Here's how much you've lost not just closing out this position, admitting you're wrong, or doing things the way any normal person would be doing them, or the way we traded options forever. And I'm talking about on the short side too. So to answer the question, no. I will, once I am in an options position, ZN is a perfect example. Like on ZN right now, I have a heavy amount of ZN puts. So yes, occasionally, if I'm really on the right side of a ZN move or a ZB move, and I'm short puts, I'll short the underlying when it gets up to a key level. Like the ZB today, 120 spot, just about 121s. This is not what I did because I'm not short ZB. I'm actually long the ZB full contracts. I have 5 of them left from down at 118.5. And I said this morning in the room, my stop is just below 120. I'll take all the heat all the way down because that's the only way you get higher prices here, even though rates popped a little bit and prices came in. All right, so there's the answer there. Good question. For me, I am not selling calls, selling puts, doing anything in option markets based on an underlying position. I am, though, trading the underlying once an option is in play occasionally. Rod, do you ever copy trade live accounts from different brokers? Yes, I have. I always have a live account connected here. I show it all the time. It's this account right here. So this drives the props most of the time. This account started the month at 10,000. So if we add it all up on $15,000, everybody, 1,300 plus, what was the other one? Fucking almost 12 grand. Let's call it 7. $8,300 in profit in 1 month from a $15,000 account. Can you compound that? Nope. Can't do it. Can't compound it. I'm not saying that you can annualize that. All that stuff is nonsense. No. Am I up 125% in a month very often? Almost never. I know it's my biggest month on a percentage basis in these tracking accounts ever. And I'm proud of that because I don't trade the accounts this size. But if you want to learn how to do this, you can never trade a big account until you've learned how to properly manage risk with a small account. And now you have the beautifulness of the prop programs, maybe not doing 20 accounts, but copy 5 of them. And now you can use leverage per account. Now, look at this NASDAQ. 620s is your plus 2s right now. Yeah, there we go. One in the chat if you're long NASDAQ. Who's long NASI? All right. So the nice thing about Replicanto is you can absolutely copy. To your live accounts and stuff. See, so as an example over here, this is my live account, which I use as the leader for driving these accounts here. They're almost qualified again, so it's about that time. It's about time to cancel. Cancel and replace. Ooh, look at this. We're getting up here. Maybe we get a short on the S&P. I don't know if I like that, but yeah, I'm going to sell one here.
Order filled. Order filled.
There we go.
Order submitted.
So long NASDAQ, short Dow, short S&P. NASDAQ longs more than making up for it. All right, want to get aggressive now? We'll buy the pullback to the plus 1s.
Order filled.
And then this morning I was all right, we got the next one on here, and then I'm going to
order filled.
Sell it here as well. Go NASDAQ. Damn. So this morning, short NASI, fighting it, while all the team members are in here fading me. All right, so we answered Adam's question. I see a bunch of other stuff. I'm only going to... Why are the treasuries only on the left chart? Okay, so good question. So Chris, I don't use the Brickwicks or a trading time frame for the treasuries. Oh, we're breaking out here. New highs for the S&P. New highs for the Dow. Some people use a 4x1 for trading the ZN, but I only use the ZN on the range trader is how I trade it. So
order submitted.
All right, I'm going to take
order filled.
That's super aggressive. Come on, give me a little pop. Often it gives you a small little drop and then a pop. All right, so that's why I only have them on the chart on the left. So I only look at them on the range trader. But if you wanted to look at them using the Brickwicks, I would use something like a 4x1, but the volatility bands are not that useful. I don't find them that useful for trading treasuries. So here you go. I need to log into one of these accounts and get some live data here. I don't have that one. Oh, I got to do this over on just a second. It's been a little while since I've done this. All right. Activate. All right. There we go. All right. Wonder Twin Powers.
Order filled.
Oh! Powell's talking and he's dropping it. He's dropping it. He's like, suck it, NASDAQ. All right. I'm going to cover one here.
Order filled.
See if we get another one on here. Come on. Come on down. Nice live trade here.
Order submitted.
The hell?
Order filled.
Ding-de-dong. Ooh, now I'm connected over there. That's why that did that. Hey, have you guys seen this thing that you can set risk settings in Tradevate for your Apex accounts? How cool is that? When did they add that? Chris, it's more than I can get into. The power of compounding and dollar cost averaging is time.
Order filled.
When you're day trading, it's to your deficit to think in longer time frames. It just don't do that. Compounding is absolutely possible with time, lots of time. But to compound on a day trading basis, what would have to do is you have to increase your size, increase your risk, change everything, because the only way to put the additional money into play and actually compound is to have it all working for you. It changes the game when you do that. So there are some relatively bright people out there that come from a prop background that they don't come from a real prop background like I do. So they don't know what they're talking about when they talk about grow your account. Grow your tiny ass $3,000 account. Okay, great. How about pay yourself? Go, Nazi.
Order submitted.
Why did that not hit? What is going on?
Order filled.
Something's off with the replicator. Replication. Let me see if I can hit anything here. No.
Order submitted.
How do I get out of this? There we go. All right, so we answered that question. Possible to look at TopStep again. Yes, let's take a look at TopStep. Oh, do I have positions on? Yeah, was I resting anything? Let's look. TopStep, right here. Oh, look at this. Dum got one right. Let's just close it. Thank you for telling me to look at TopStep again. If you just rest orders at structure, kind of all works out. Up 225, balance is 52,450. Going to get another call from that guy. Congratulations. Get another call from that guy. Hey, what the fuck are you doing? You get up to $52,950 and then you blow them all up. But I have to blow them up around the around the subscription renewal date, which is July 15th. So we've got to wait till August 15th to blow them up. All right. Let me see here. These guys are pretty close. 52, 634, 643s. 52, 640. I like to think that me talking shit about TopStep for 3 years led them to where they are today, which is vastly improved.
Order filled.
Ho-ho, we just hit target again. This is Dow Jones heading higher. Damn you, Dow Jones. Damn you. All right, I'm taking another one here.
Order filled.
What's Powell saying? Whatever he's saying, what we need, the greatest thing ever would be a VWAP touch. Sometimes when we VWAP touch, the honesty. Thanks for checking TopStep. Thank you for telling me to check TopStep. Otherwise, you want to fight the NASDAQ here in TopStep? Let's fight the NASDAQ a little bit. I fought the NASDAQ and the NASDAQ won. We just hit target again at plus ones. Today, trading the NASDAQ, we are up.
Great job.
Great job. $470.58. Trading 1 and 2 lots. All right, here's our NASI here. Let's see if they're going to come up here and scare the children on the upside. So just classic structure. I'm not even looking at what those levels are. Buyer at 347, seller at 528. Which do you think is going to get hit first? Hey, good job. You think we get to plus twos?
Order canceled.
I think we can get to plus twos. Uh-oh. Short the Dow again.
Order filled.
Can't see that working out. Uh-oh. Short the NASDAQ. Can't see that working out. God dang. Let me close that.
Order filled.
Bum. Why does it say down $463? What is that all about? What is that from? Oh, that's from, sorry. Traded that account last night, so it gives me an incorrect P&L. Because Ninja's never going to figure that out. All right, one more Dow Jones here.
Order filled. Order submitted. Order filled.
There we go.
Order submitted.
Let's get aggressive before we come up and make some new highs.
Order submitted.
Oh, look at this again. NASDAQ. Suck it, NASDAQ. All right. Look at that. Look at that VPOC shift right there. Let me go ahead and buy the limit right here.
Order filled.
If you're doing new high there on the 530s, new high for the NASDAQ. Dow's going to be to the pain. Uh-oh. MES, I'm short. All right. Hold on. It's taking a long time for this to refresh. There we go. All right. Let's put a target in over here. All right. There we go. Dow's not coming down. All right. Possible to look at TopStep. We already did that. When you sold puts on the ZN, what delta and how many DTE were you using? So good question. So generally, the first thing is I only get involved in the options markets when there is a signal and a setup on the underlying, meaning the range trader. I don't just decide, oh, I want to try to get the IV crush because there's a big event tomorrow or anything like that. Now, often, what's great about treasuries right now is we've had, 2-3 years where CPI, PCE, Fed meetings, all these things are really moving gold. And by the way, what happened with gold? Popping to new highs, 24.77. So the answer is I usually do the closest date expiration. If it's a Tuesday, I'll trade the Wednesday. If it's a Wednesday, I'll trade the Friday. And I use the 50 delta, right around the 50 delta for wherever the price is. I'm just entering. Like if I was going to sell calls right now on the, did we hit target on the ZN?
Order filled.
So let me actually give an example. I'll just get short here for
Order
educational
submitted.
purposes. Probably going higher along with the NASDAQ
Order
here, but
submitted. Order submitted.
we come up here to, like, let's say 112s, close to 112s. If I had a signal, generally I won't sell calls in this kind of movement. I need price to be a little bit more extended from the moving averages, but let's say I was going to. It would be the 112. Today's Wednesday. I'd sell the Friday 112 calls. Short calls, right? What I don't do, because there was a question earlier, is I wouldn't buy the ZN and then sell the 112 call. I don't do anything like that. No cover call, no playing the underlying versus the options. It's just a directional way to play the option. Okay, cool. So we got that. When you sell puts on the ZN, what delta? So the delta is the 50 delta. Dates till expiration is whatever the closest delta date to expiration is. What's your position on the NQ? It's right here. MNQ. I am long. I'm long the MNQ, and I'm short the MES again. Again. This MES is going to come for me. All right, let's go back over to YouTube, see what people are saying over there. You piece of shit. What? No, I don't know. Maybe. I've been called worse. Let's see here. All right, we got some people from our room commenting over here. So Ted's asking how many trades a day on average. So I know those stats for my live trading, but my live trading is noticeably different than the stuff we do in the room. When I say that this room, my room is for educational purposes, I mean that in the every sense of the word. Not only educating on all the stuff we talk about, but also I'm just going to be involved in the markets all over the place. So you can see that with high probability entries, proper risk management, you can almost overtrade, trade like a drunk donkey, and still manage to hold it all together. That's not what we should aspire to, but I'm just trying to instill that faith. So for me, on these, it's not really a figure I could give you because I trade way more actively in these prop accounts than I would normally do within the framework of everything that we're teaching. The other thing we talk about is the power of quitting and when you're over trading. You'll know or should begin to know when you're over trading, but there's certainly days in which you're in a flow state. Levels are being respected. If you're trend trading, it's pulling back to a perfect moving average or a silly diagonal line that you drew, and it's respecting it. It keeps bouncing, and it's like a thing of beauty. Why get off the slopes when you're having a great time? That day, you might trade 10, 20, 30, 50, 100 times. Look at all this money I generated in commissions. Well, who cares? If the market was providing that type of opportunity. All right, hold on. Dow Jones, giving it to me. Doing it well. Need a little late day selling
Order submitted.
to go along with the late day rallying. All right, so there's a question there. It's not about... The two answers that I give are always two-word answers to almost every question. It depends and situational fluency. Da-da-da, how many you trade? How does that on average? Where's your da-da-da? It depends. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. It's all about the situation. It's about being dynamic in the situation. Why am I short the ZN right now? Just because it was for educational purposes. All right. Hey, Rod. All right, you're there too. All right. Hello. How do I look on camera? Lighting's probably terrible.
Order filled. Order submitted. Order filled. Order submitted. Order filled.
Yeah, look at this NASDAQ go. And away they go.
Order filled.
All right. So short the S&P and over in the on TopStep, and we're taking some heat this time on a one lot. Taking some heat, giving a little back. Got to risk it to get the biscuit. Look at the Russell. Did the Russell just take off? Yeah, look at that. See, I didn't even see that. He said something. He said, you know what? We're going to help those money-losing companies. We're going to help those tiny-ass banks. We're going to help them all. We're going to help those biotechs. That is some hustle bustle in the Russell. Good thing it didn't rip as... Oh, we got a little brick-wick reversal. Maybe pagoda top. This pullback needed to be a little bit bigger. Oh, Dow. You're leaving a mark. Do we dare buy this kind of a shallow pullback?
Order filled.
I think we do. Let's just push it. Buy the highs. Can't see that working out. Can't see that working out. Maybe get one
Order
right here.
submitted.
Get back to the swing. Swing low. Sweet chariot. All right. Need this.
Order submitted.
Coming for to carry me home.
Order filled.
Swing low. Sweet
Order
chariot.
submitted. Order filled. Order filled.
All right, let's get this swing level here. All right, we made money on this ZN. We're going to close. Let's just hit this here.
Order filled.
Yeah, that'll be fine. Come on down, Nezzy.
Order filled.
Had a question about stop. All right, moving odds. You're going to have to be a little bit more. Why am I long the MNQ? Because I'm the best ever. Why not? You mean why am I long in the offer zone? Because it depends. It depends.
Order filled.
I don't know. I'm looking at what's the price action, as they say, the price action. I'm a price action trader, man. What does that mean? You know, I don't put anything on my charts. I just look at price and the action. Okay. So how do you know when to do something? It's the price action, man. I'm a price action trader. Okay. So I'm looking at the price action, And so far, it just seems like the markets keep making new highs every time. Is that what it looks like to you? I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
Order filled.
Come on, 569s. No, but in all seriousness, if it's related to what I said about offering, I skipped over your question. Can you ask it again? I can't look through all the questions. Just ask it again. Ask it again. Put a question mark at the end of it too. Soren from Bucharest. Is this the old Soren? Is this you, Soren? If it is, it's good to see you again, man. I have a dream that someday like Kim's going to pop in and say hello. Or Rory. Or Vince. Dr. Vince. They're gonna pop in. They're gonna be like, "What's up? Wasabi? Come on, Dow Jones. I need you to tank here a little bit. You know what I mean?"
Order submitted. Order filled. Order submitted.
Let's get up these little swing levels here.
Order submitted.
We're going to offer it all out in the... can we get to all this nonsense here? All this swings. Let's get up to there. 4 lot will be a little big.
Order canceled.
So see if we can get up into this area here. Let's make it red just so it looks like a nice target. Come on, bulls. Come to the red cape. There we go. All right. Slam bam. Okay, look at the S&Ps coming in a little bit. Less sucky than it was before. Less sucky than it was before. All right. The question is important to know when to stop the bleeding, but what's the significance of exactly 20% ATR? Or the stop really just arbitrary? We need to pick one and run with it as long as DRB is respected. The last part, as long as your DRB is respected, start there. That's the overarching everything. Now, I was saying before, don't focus, or you don't need to focus, or risk per trade is not a thing. It actually isn't a thing. It's only a thing relative to your daily risk budget. But the 20% ATR is just a way of coming into every session and having a dynamic volatility-based stop to trade that session with, based on the instrument, right? I love how there's people that make decisions based on what the frickin' VIX is. There you go, Nazi. Unfortunately, the Dow popped as well. Everything popped. They just started buying. So hopefully that answers your question. So it's not arbitrary. You just don't, it's not willy-nilly. And then I gave you another method of calculating.
Order filled.
I gave you another method of calculating risk as well, which is just enter at a level and then measure to your target and then take a 1-to-1 or 1-to-2 or whatever you want to do. All right, so there you go. Steve answered the question too. What's special about 20%? It's just about just what it is, about a fifth of the expected range for the day. That's all. I don't think you want to be risking half of the expected range for the day. So there you go. We use ATRs for everything. Flush zones are based on ATRs. Sometimes you make an adjustment on an ATR based on a short versus a long, but just start with 20. If you're doing 30 or 40% of a 75 ATR right now on the S&P, be risking 35 points. That makes no sense because it's not relative. You're not going to have 35-point targets generally. Backtesting is essentially nonsense, so don't do backtesting. We backtested so you don't have to. That's the significance of a 233 EMA on a 30, 60, 1 hour, 2 hour. It's the most significant moving average that we found based on all our backtests. We also backtested how often price stays within 2 standard deviations during the cash session. We know it's about 81% of the time the S&P stays within 2 standard deviations. It varies a little bit if it's an outside or inside day relative to the prior session. But when it comes to backtesting a stop or backtesting risk management, please don't do that. Every single one over the last 20 years of all these, crowdsource alpha from the cloud, all this kind of stuff, Quantopian, all these nimrods who thought that do-it-yourselfer kind of strategy developers were going to crack the code when they were so hyper-focused on backtesting. The only thing that backtesting is good for is finding potential candidates or things to do to walk forward test. Now, replaying your day, super useful. Replaying your day, all for it. Get that day and replay that stuff.
Order filled.
All right, so there you go. Yeah, there you go. If you want to think of it that way, as long as you're thinking in terms of a session risk budget and something as a percentage of a variable that's dynamic, I'm good on you. Just please don't do this thing where you come in the S&P and you say, I have a strategy where I risk 5 points to make 5 points. Good luck. That's like playing blackjack and going, I bet $25 every time. And I don't double down when I should, and I don't do all the other little things that give me an advantage. I'm just $25 a shot, let's go. Oh, let's tighten up our little into here. Now we're going to make our little target very thin here. So there you go. You know what I love? I just ramble, and then eventually someone goes, all right, so I'm going to synthesize all this nonsense you just said. And then maybe they pull a little nugget of goodness out of my turd. All right, back to over here. Chris, I've used your templates to set up my charts, but the green numbers on the top left and bottom are a little different. If you're just referring to the percentage change from close, that'll just have to do with your session time. So who cares? Just use whatever you want to use. Those are going to look a little different during earnings season, times where we'll get, remember, Meta after the bell today. So Meta could move us around quite a bit, even with the NASDAQ up this much. Yesterday was fun. You guys see yesterday?
Order filled.
Mr. Softy? Mr. Softy sent us into, all right, look at this. Keep going. Keep going, baby. Can we get to a +2 fill? I think we can.
Order submitted.
I think we can. I'm a believer.
Order filled.
So this will be interesting. If you see, my ninja says that the NASDAQ's up 3.3% or 626 points. Let's see what this says. It says 617, so it's pretty close. S&P is up 111. 111, yeah. So we're spot on today. There'll be times in which they look a little different.
Order filled. Order submitted.
I'm going to have some size on when we go down with the ship. I won't go down with the ship. I'm going to have some size on. It's going to go horribly wrong. They'll do a little rug pull. As long as they rug pull the Dow Jones and the S&P at the same time, but unfortunately we haven't been seeing coordinated rug pulls. I need a coordinated rug pull.
Order filled.
A coordinated rug pull. 4 lot
Order filled.
incoming. Here we go. Then we'll have a 5 lot on. We need to get up back to this. There you go, Dow Jones. Suck it. That's what I needed, a coordinated rug pull, like I said. I'm going to pull one off
Order
here.
filled.
Sell another one here.
Order submitted.
There you go, S&P. Come on in. Come on in, S&P. All right, let's check in again with TopStep. Let's hope we don't have any positions on, unless they're profitable. Ha ha! We have this S&P. I'm going to gracefully exit here. Remember that sucker was
Order filled.
graceful exit, folks. The most powerful but simple trade management. We were talking about risk. Just do this more often. If you have a position that goes against you significantly and quickly, you can determine what significant and quickly is, because it depends. But you kind of know when a trade just is not working out. Instead of trying to figure out where to add or how close it is to your stop or anything like that, just the moment it makes a move back in your favor, a favorable excursion when it was adverse from the get-go, nice adverse, then just close it. Scratch more trades, baby. Scratch more trades.
Order filled. Order submitted. Order submitted.
Okay. Speaking of,
Order filled.
just scratch that. See if we get back up to this swing higher. Who's having a good time today? Man, if anybody is red in this session, if I had to rank the squirreliness of this Fed session relative to how squirrely it can get, it'd be about a 0 on a scale of 1 to 10. Erica said the moves already happened. Most of the moves have already happened. They're controllable regardless. We popped a little bit in the S&P, so what? We popped a little bit in the Dow. We're coming in a little bit in the NASDAQ, so what? And then you earn the right to kind of stay in these things, and now maybe it all comes together.
Order filled.
Get the S&P and the NASDAQ to keep, S&P and the Dow to keep going lower. Or not, I don't know.
Order submitted.
And the NASDAQ to go higher. You want to get high? All right, I'm not going to be patient enough for it. I'm just going to hit it right here. Come on.
Order filled.
There we go. Now buy these lows here.
Order submitted.
Remember, we're still targeting 638s. Unlikely. Richard up almost $800 on a live account? Are you doing it the TDG way? You're in a flow state, man. You're in a flow state. Do you mind sharing how big the account is? Because on a percentage basis, that's probably massive. And by the way, there's no shame here on $2,000 accounts, $2,500 accounts, not at all. That's what these prop programs are. $1,500. I don't know about, I'm not very good at math, but that's a 50% return in a day. All right. Suck it. Congratulations.
Order filled.
All right. I'm going to take one here as well.
Order filled.
Bomba doom.
Order submitted.
I think I'm flat over here. I'm not sure. Let me see. Oh, Nazi. Heading lower. Let's get another one on.
Order filled.
Come on.
Order submitted.
Congratulations. Is that who is that?
Filled.
I think that's is that Posty? That song is so good. Congratulations. All right, let's get a -1 touch here. All right. Oops. Here we go. 3 lot? No? Congratulations.
Order submitted.
Ooh, I love this. All right, let's make sure that we get let me see here. Oh.
Order filled.
The Nazi does not disappoint.
Order canceled.
Now I don't have enough size on. All right. I'm going to run a buy stop right here. I just
Order submitted.
it's going to get stopped.
Order
Yeah.
filled.
All right. Cancel
Order
that.
canceled.
A little short here.
Order submitted.
$800 for Richard on a $1,500 account live. That's right. It does work. You do the work, it works for you. All right. Checking over on YouTube. No other questions there? Man, I got to do more stuff on YouTube because, like, if everyone watching on YouTube can just give a thumbs up and there's 21 people watching, a lot of the time they're just not rewarding me. They literally send me emails like, or they send me notices, Google notices. There's some gremlin in their algo going, hey, dude, if you just created like any content, we would show it to people. Just film yourself watching badminton, and we will show that to people.
Order submit. Order filled.
All right.
Order
I told you I'm
submitted.
going to have some size on for the drop.
Order canceled.
The drop back into the middle of the muck. All right. Die, Dow. Who's short Dow? Kirill is. Kirill's going. All right, I'm going to cancel my orders over here. This was a good day. So TopStep, we are done. Done on TopStep. $237, $240 across these two accounts. And now we got the leader up to $52,464. You don't have to trade my strategies or do anything or ever come back or anything like this, but hopefully you just cannot deny that what we're doing here, it's very low stress. I don't know how this can stress you out that much. You want to have your P&L all over the place? Go for it. Trade minis. You want to just come in here and just develop a skill that over time will allow you to just be in the flow state more days than not. Go, Nazi. Come on. Come on. Give it a little pop there. Sometimes when we pop. All right. I'm going to close. No, I'm not. We're going to wait for, see if we
Order
get to
canceled.
VPOC.
Order filled. Order submitted. Order filled.
We're going to have some size on for the fall.
Order canceled.
Some size for the fall.
Order submitted.
All right. 12:15. Is Powell still talking? I think he is. Let's do our P&L and EC scores in here in the room. Put up a little bit of P&L porn if you got it. Brad, if you want to do the survey, we can do the survey. If people rather answer via the survey. Is that, here we go. There's the survey. For me, it's small g. Gabe Joe Mode. JJ Joe
Order
Mode.
filled.
You traded a little bit this morning. There goes that Nazi.
Order canceled. Order submitted.
Meta after the bell. Oh, we had 0 big R's for this session. That's important. 0 big R's. All right, SR Flax or whatever. Come on in. TradersDevGroup.com. No credit card required. I'll put it in the description, too, for those that are watching this later. What in the hell is going on here? All right, there we go. I'm pushing this machine, man. This Alienware machine, I'm pushing it. You'll start tonight. Here's what you do. You do there, and then also make sure you come over and get the free Futures Fanatic Foundation Course. 100% free. 30 videos, not some crappy ebook. Look at the frickin' Nazi.
Order filled. Order submitted.
Yeah, my machine is like, the CPU is like freaking out because I'm running like 8 platforms here. All right, hold on. You know what's a resource hog is TT. Not Tasty Trade, Trading Technologies. It's like a freaking hog. A hog. All right, let's pop this in here. Go Nazi. Go Nazi. Here we go. There you go. Grab yourself some Futures Fanatic Foundation Course. Go tell your friends. We've got to have less. Go Nazi. Go Nazi. I want to ride my bicycle. I want to ride my bike.
Order submitted.
Come on down. We're going to hit one here.
Order filled.
There we go.
Order submitted.
I told you we're going to have some size on for the fall.
Order canceled.
But Rod, you're long. I know, but watch me dazzle you with my footwork. I'm going to dazzle you with my footwork. I'm going to take these off at the exact right time and then get short. I'm already short the S&P.
Order filled.
All right, took another Dow off there. All right, do need to lighten up a little bit here. Oh, is it going to get scary? Could get scary.
Order filled.
All right, now we need a little pop.
Order submitted.
Or the rug pull. The rug pull is ready. The rug pull is happening.
Order filled. Order filled.
Can we get to VWAP here?
Filled. filled.
Oh, shit. That's not good.
Order canceled. Order submitted. Order submitted. Order filled.
All right, switching short on the S&P. Added some size in there. See if we can hit.
Order filled.
There we go. Hit that there. Do. KS. What is that screenshot? Oh, nice. 546 realized profits. I like that.
Order submitted.
Hit that on
Order
the swing.
filled. Order submitted.
Go, Nazi. We need another touch here of
Order submitted.
VPOC on the S&P.
Order filled.
Ooh.
Order canceled.
Rod, for the ZN that you sold, is your goal to get assigned so that you were long ZN, or do you take profits when the next day or two? I already have massive profits on that. I don't have much of the position left. The ZN is 111. The 111 ZN. Right here. So 111 is way down here. So no, I never have a goal to get assigned. There are times, the thing that's great about options on futures is that the assignment risk is immensely easy to calculate. It's the same as if you're long or short. The underlying doesn't matter. One contract equals one contract. So I'm almost entirely out of that position. I kept mentioning the short ZN, but that's a 111. Now I would be more eyeing selling the 112 calls. We want to look what the 112 calls would be for Friday. It's like, let's look. I have this up on another machine, but I'm going to try to bring it up here. I don't know if it's going to be able to handle it. Everything's just freezing. But let's see. All right. We're going to look at the September. See how this defaults to just wacky shit. You got to click all these buttons here. You got to click this. You got to click the class. You got to make sure everything is checked. Close. That should get us. There we go. So 0 days is today. This is Friday. So there's Friday. 112 I'm going to bet is trading for 8 ticks. Oh, no. Sorry, Friday. I was thinking next day. 18 ticks. So 18 ticks. So you could sell the calls if you wanted when we get up to close to 112. Sell the calls for 18 ticks. It's not a trade I would do, but the 111 puts for today are totally worthless. There's no bid on them. See? Open interest, 38,000 contracts. All right. So there he goes. Simon answered your question. Suck it, Dow. Here we go. We're going to get... Oh, we just got hit again there. All right, so I have some also, while doing all this today, I traded these 25,000ers, which I really don't do anymore. And speaking of the amount of trades, I only did 4 trades, 4 or 5 trades, generating $9.16. So let's go here. Like that. And then I think this will be under, Nazi. Let's go and take one here on the Dow at VWAP. Come on, VWAP touch. Here we go.
Order filled.
Let me see here. What would be best? I can do this, I think. Maybe. Oh, I overstayed my welcome. It'll all be okay, though. Screenshots. I was going to douse you with my footwork to get short, but I messed it up. Where is that?
Order submitted.
Oh, here we go. All right. So this is... Oh, let's hit this here.
Order submitted.
So I just started these yesterday or whatever. These are the 25s. Usually we have 50s. That's on a VPS, but similar positions to what you're seeing here. Somewhat similar.
Order filled.
VWAP incoming 371s? I think
Order
so.
submitted.
Again, this meta overhang, these meta earnings are going to make it very interessante. See if we can get this.
Order submitted.
All right, going to do 4 more minutes. We'll stop at 12:30. Pop in any questions that you have. If you got any additional questions. Where's BRAD's P&L? Right here? Damn. Nice. Those are funded PAs too, right? You up to 252? That's nice. Very nice. Very nice. Look at this Dow Jones just come in like a champ. Let me get down to here.
Order submitted.
Come in like a champ. NASDAQ balloon has popped for the moment. The NASDAQ balloon has popped for the moment. All right. See if this S&P can get down to the 5530s. My last NASDAQ long will be at VWAP at 372s. Definitely in graceful exit mode there. I screwed up. I thought I had more size on the Dow. I didn't realize I took that many off. That's all right. That's okay. Ugh, 2 more minutes. Brad, that is a nice day, dude. Congratulations. That's some impressive stuff. We have one better for Ninja Trader. You just come in and go on a trial, and then you will be given access to the workspace that you're seeing. Just import the workspace, and you got everything you need. everything you could possibly need.
Order submitted. Order submitted. Order filled. Order filled. Order submitted. Order submitted.
Didn't allow me to do that.
Order submitted.
God darn it. This is because it's still on the... All right, I'll go the other way.
Order submitted.
It definitely didn't want to hit those sell stops. And that was getting rejected in a live account.
Order submitted.
All right. So BG just answered that question. We have the full workspaces available. Just go ahead and sign up for the real trial. And you can get access to all that good stuff.
Order submitted.
There's no way that didn't trade through price. See, that's the thing that you love about demo.
Order submitted.
Let's just drag some of these into...
Order filled.
This thing's a little bit
Order
toast.
filled.
Let's see if we can get it. I think my data is wrong, right? My machine has lost its... We're at 434s on the... No, it looks like the NASDAQ is okay. Aren't we trading 435s on the NASDAQ? According to the TT Dome over here, we're trading 435s. So,
Order
all right.
filled.
I can do it even with bad data.
Order filled.
All right, we hit that there. All right, I'm just going to... I'm not going to close this. Hold on.
Order filled.
All right, that got filled. I thought we were going to quit. I was having so much fun, though. I think we should quit. There goes the NASDAQ. That's a little bit more like it.
Order filled. Order filled.
Come back down to this swing.
Order submitted.
We're on our way to the 510s. God darn
Order
it.
submit. Order filled.
Okay. What was highs for the day? The highs were 573s, right? Oh, we got 100 points we can run there. Remember, meta after the bell. Meta after the bell. Meta after the bell.
Order submitted.
177.
Order filled.
Boom.
Order submitted.
Mr. Grinch. All right. All we can have on
Order
is...
cancel. Order filled.
Uh-oh. Can we hit this little swing
Order
level here?
submitted.
Last question over on YouTube. Yeah, what I'm doing here with these micros, I don't have any. There's no stops. we've talked a bunch about where you can place your stops. Your stops should be dynamic, if at all possible. And we talked about two methodologies. One that's risk-reward based on actual entries that you can measure to a target, and those targets and entries are dynamic to begin with. And then also something fixed based on something that's dynamic, which is using the ATR. So that's how most folks should do it. I do more of like a portfolio risk management kind of thing. A portfolio risk management.
Order filled. Order filled. Order canceled.
I think we can get back into the zone here.
Order submitted. Order
We can get
filled.
back into the zone.
Order submitted. Order filled.
Does Meta have enough to just rocket us higher? I think my data's caught up a little bit. I think.
Order filled. Order filled.
I really need a burst here in the NASI, because now the Dow Jones going against me, S&P going against me. Do. All right, we hit the plus ones again. It's pretty sweet.
Order submitted. Order filled.
Oh, let's take another one if we get back up there.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
Trade this momentum, baby.
Order filled. Order submitted. Order filled.
Oh, 177.
Order filled. Order submitted.
Oh, I have a 4 lot on here if we don't be careful.
Order submitted.
All right, I could do this all day. That was a perfect touch of the plus ones. You just saw it there. Perfect touch of the plus ones.
Order filled.
Maybe we get another one. Perfect touch at 512. Let's see. 512, 513s. I don't know what's going on over here, but
Order submitted. Order submitted. Order filled.
need a little rug pull. Who needs replay when you have the markets moving like they're moving at 10 times regular speed? Just bouncing all over the place. All right, that will officially be it. Thank you for everyone joining over there on YouTube. If you're watching this on a recording, I will make sure I put a bunch of links in the description. Clean up the thumbnail a little bit. Hopefully you enjoyed your time here. There'll be links to how you can take a trial of TDG if you'd like. Remember, you get access to just about everything except for a couple of the indicators that we use on TradingView and Discord. Other than that, you get access to the room for two whole weeks, whole session, all the recordings of the room during that time, the workspace, the cheat sheets, everything you need to get set up. You can talk to other members if you'd like, find out about their experience. And then maybe you too could be on the wall of love someday. All right, everybody. We'll see you later. Stay green. Trade like you mean it. Thank you very much. I'm going to first stop on YouTube because I always forget how to do this. Broadcast. What do you do here? You go over here. Stream.